Well, September brings us back to school. It also welcomes National Literacy Month and the importance of reading at every level.
And one local author is championing literacy while shining a light on dyslexia with her children's book, Melonade. Dyslexia impacts around 1 in every 5 children, and we're so happy to welcome author Sasha Saidman here for more. Thank you so much, and thank you for writing Melonade.
Oh, of course. Thank you guys so much for having me here. It really is an honor and a pleasure.
Absolutely. Well, let's jump right in about your history with dyslexia and what led you to write this book.
So I myself am dyslexic, and I was diagnosed in the 2nd grade, and I ended up going to the Lab School of Washington, which was a phenomenal resource for myself, my family, and all of the other students. And the book is actually dedicated to the lab school and some of the teachers that really I hold dear to my heart to this day. For me, dyslexia was something that I suffered with daily and was really something that I had to overcome and that I still overcome even with my writing. I have my family and even my father, who's here with me today, reading over and proofreading multiple times before submitting.
See your dad being dad over there taking pictures and waving.
Yes.
It's a family affair for sure.
It is.
This book is so personal to me because I also struggle with dyslexia, and it's something that I've never really shared online or shared on air. And reading this book really opened me up and really told me, because there's so much power in voicing a thing. And I was one of those people that got diagnosed later in life as an adult. A lot of kids where I grew up didn't have resources to get tested. Can you talk to us a little bit about the challenges that come with people who may not know that their kid is experiencing this? I know you told me that your mom spotted it early. What are some resources available to kids who may be dealing with this?
Yeah, so a resource specific that I used a lot is you can actually go on YouTube and you can find most audiobooks there, and they're readily available. So if you have a child that's having issues with literacy, even just word counts, they can go, they can open up their book given to them by their teacher, and they can follow along with a YouTube video, and it helps greatly with both the intake of the information and their reading fluency.
Thank you for sharing that, Stephen. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's something that I've been afraid to share, partly because of the stigma that comes with it, and especially in our business, which is extremely literacy focused and text based. Sometimes it just doesn't go over well, and of course you know this, being a dyslexic person, there are challenges that come with the stigma around it.
But also, like the character in this book, you overcome it. You're now an anchor in a top 10 market, you know, reading and speaking all day long. Let's talk about Melonade, though, because I love what you did here. I don't want to give the whole story away.
Good.
But it's really about kind of pouring into your difference because it's what makes you unique.
Definitely, and something that Sam does in the book that I absolutely love and really connected with is she goes to her house and she sees her play kitchen and she turns it into her Melonade stand, and that's just a part, even a fraction of just the visualness of a dyslexic person. We're very heavily right-brained, so we're visual, we're outside-the-box thinkers. You know, she didn't go home and say, "Mom, I need you to buy me a Melonade stand." It was, "No, I'm going to make one and I'm going to paint it," and she has all these ideas while she's walking home about it. I mean, that just, again, is just a small part of how visual dyslexia can be.
But she had the mind to do lemonade.
Oh, yeah.
But did Melonade.
Exactly.
And
it
worked to her benefit in the end.
She did. Sometimes when life gives you melons, you might be dyslexic.
I love this. This is so good.
Did you trademark that, Sasha? So you better.
I did not. That is actually all over line, and that's how I came up with the book. Is I would see that quote, and I said, that needs to be a book, because I often see melons when I'm trying to make lemonade.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And people normally, well, first of all, there are so many Beyonce references to you, from Sasha to Lemonade to melons. I mean, you were Beyonce coded. Let's talk a little bit about the importance of kids. First of all, a lot of text to audio speech therapy is something that I use personally, reading articles to myself, reading books to myself. Why did you choose to use a paper book instead of an audio book?
I think I want to make it into an audiobook, and I think I want it to be available in all those forums, but I really wanted something kids could touch and feel, and I really like drawing in the margins. And I actually, on my website, have an option where children can download the white versions of these pieces, and they can draw in their own pictures from the book.
Sasha, thank you so much for your story, your gift, and your dad for coming in as well.
Pops, there he is.